Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video I want to tell you guys about my top 10 product recommendations from Sephora. I was thinking about it and I always do a VIB sale recommendations video, which I do still plan to do, but I feel like those could be a little bit overwhelming because I share like all of the products that I like from Sephora and that could be a lot. In today's video though, I narrowed it down to my top 10/11. There is like one extra bonus product that I want to talk about, and these right here I chose not just because they're my favorite, which they are, but also because I feel like they could work on every skin type. If you're oily, dry combination, normal skin, all of these products that I'm about to mention will work for you. They are top quality products. In most cases, they're a little bit on the luxury side as far as pricing, but I believe that each and every one of these is a Sephora must-have. And if you're missing any of these in your collection, I highly recommend that you buy it during the Sephora VIB sale because you are going to have zero regrets. The Sephora Spring Savings Event, by the way, starts on April the 1st for Rouge, and Rouge members get 20% off, and then on the 5th it's turn for VIBs who get 15%, and then on the 7th insiders can start shopping with their 10% off. Before I begin, every single one of these products is linked down below in the description box of this video, so if you're interested in any and you're going to add it to your cart, please use the link that I'm leaving you down below. Those links are affiliated, so that means I make a small commission from your purchase, which definitely helps my channel out greatly. I'm super excited for today's video. I cannot wait for you guys to see my top 10 must-haves. Let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to get started with the bonus product, and this is the only one that is not a makeup item. It is more of a skincare item, and now that it's spring and summer is coming, I feel like it's vital for us to go back to regularly using our SPF, and this right here is my absolute favorite. This is the Paula's Choice Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid. It's an SPF of 50. It has antioxidants, soothing plant extracts, and the reason that this sunscreen in particular is my favorite and the one that I love recommending the most is because it disappears in your skin in an instant. It is extremely lightweight. It doesn't leave a white cast on me at all whatsoever. It sinks right into my skin, and it doesn't give me that suffocating feel that sometimes thicker sunscreens can give you, and it's an SPF of 50, so it's definitely a win-win for me. It checks every checkbox: lightweight, sinks right in, doesn't leave a white cast, and the highest SPF that is effective. I cannot tell you how much I recommend this, and I believe this is going to work for all skin types because it's actually advertised for normal, oily, and combination, and I am dry and I can totally use it. I love using it, so that means that it is good for everybody. If you're needing to restock on your sunscreen, definitely give this one a try and make sure you add it to your cart and check out as soon as you're able to, because this sunscreen sells out. I remember when I bought it last year, it was sold out for quite a while afterwards, so definitely get your hands on this one. You are going to absolutely love it. It doesn't make it a drag to put sunscreen on because it just sinks so fast into your skin. Anyways, moving on to the top 10 products now, because this was my little bonus extra product that I wanted to include in this video. The main reason is that I miscalculated my list and then I couldn't leave it out. So I'm going to start with an eyebrow pencil. This right here is the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Sheet Brow Pencil, and it has been my favorite ever since it came out. I absolutely love the luxurious packaging that this one has, and I love that it is a refillable pencil. You can just refill your cartridge and you're going to save some money because usually eyebrow pencils are around the $23, $24, $25 mark, and whenever you need to refill this one, it'll only be $15 and you already have the package. I've had this one since it came out last year. The actual exterior packaging, the letters haven't worn off or anything. It still looks brand new, and I've now refilled my cartridge maybe 4 times, I think, total. I've had 4 of them. This is the new 4th that I just put on. It's the pencil that I use on a daily basis. And the other reason I wanted to recommend this one, and I think it's going to work for everyone, is that it doesn't matter how you do your eyebrows. For example, I put on gel before I put on my pencil, and it works wonderfully. It's super pigmented. It gives the best hair-like strokes. It has this little teardrop type of a tip where you can fill in really fast or get precision very easily all at the same time. And they have a ton of different shades of hair for this one. The one I use is the natural black, and I absolutely love it. Ever since I got this eyebrow pencil, I have not been able to go back to anything else. It is my all-time favorite, and I cannot recommend it enough. I really like that they have this kit that comes with like an extra cartridge, and it's like a little bundle deal. So you pay $34 for basically 2 brow pencils because you're getting the actual pencil and 2 cartridges. I'm not sure if cartridge is the right word, but you know what I mean, the refills. Anyways, absolutely love that eyebrow pencil. And the next product recommendation is a primer. This is the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas. This is on the pricier side for primers, but you will have 0 regrets when getting it. This primer controls your oil, it moisturizes your skin, and it fills your pores all at the same time. It's not too thick, it blends right in, and I believe that this ounce of primer will last you for a very long time. I've had mine for over a year now. It is the primer that I use the most on my collection, and I just find that you don't need a lot. If you're putting it on and it's peeling off your face, you're putting too much. You need a teeny tiny bit, just enough to fill in your pores, and for that reason it's lasted me forever. So I do think it's absolutely worth it because a little bit goes a very long way, and it gives you a flawless complexion. It's not clear. I don't know when it's going to run out. I'm pretty sure I have to be very close, but every time I try to use it, I'm like, I wonder if this will be the last time until I have to restock. Again, one of my absolute favorite products that Sephora carries, a true must-have, and this is going to work for all skin types as well, so definitely get your hands on one of these. Next, I have a must-have foundation to show you, and that is my favorite, the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting Foundation. I cannot even begin to describe the love I have for this foundation. This is my second bottle of this one because I absolutely love it. It is extremely liquidy and lightweight, and my favorite thing about it is that it looks like skin still after you put it on. Here's a side-by-side of me with just half of my foundation on, and you can see that it covered all of my redness and even my complexion amazingly, but also the foundation side of my face still looks very much skin-like, and I absolutely love that about it. It is so breathable. I tried not to include a ton of like Pat McGrath products on this video because she usually has very competitive sales as well, but I know that a lot of you don't love to shop from the Pat McGrath website. So at the same time, this one being an absolute must-have for me, I had to include it in this video. This foundation is incredible. I use the shade Light Medium 9. This one is my summer color, or the color I prefer to be. Every time I restock, I'm like, I wonder if I should get the right shade, but no. I like to be Light Medium 9. Anyways, if you have not tried the Pat McGrath foundation yet, the Sephora sale is the perfect time to do so, so you can get it with a nice discount, and you'll probably never go back to any of your old foundations because this right here is where it's at. I'm trying to remember in which order I applied things when I did my makeup today. I think the next thing I did was my eyeshadow primer, and this one is from Rare Beauty. Just take a look at how empty mine is. It's like down to here and probably even lower because my brush should be there, and I have been struggling to get any product out of it. I'm going to have to start storing it upside down to see if that product wants to come down. Anyways, I digress. This is the eyeshadow primer. that you need. This evens out my eyelids really amazingly. It is not too sticky, which I absolutely love, but at the same time it grabs really nicely onto your eyeshadows and it makes them last creaselessly for a very long time on your eyelids. This is the best product Rare Beauty has released, period. I love using this one with every brand of eyeshadow I own. My Natasha Denona eyeshadows, my Urban Decay eyeshadows, my Pat McGrath eyeshadows, they all work amazingly with this eyeshadow primer. Plus I really love that it evens out my eyelids really nicely without being this super opaque, you have to blend it in for 5 minutes type of eyeshadow primer. It is extremely easy to apply and it performs amazingly. So if you need a new eyeshadow primer, look no further. The Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer is the best. For the under eyes, I actually have 2 recommendations in this top 10 product video because I think that they are both essential and I think that if you have not tried them yet, they are going to change your life. That's how strongly I feel about these. First things first, the Charlotte Tilbury color corrector. I have mine in the shade medium. I could use the light one as well, but I do think I prefer this one because I use it underneath a concealer anyways. This right here is the secret for your under eye dark circles not to like show through your concealer. If you're wearing concealer but you still feel like there is a grayish hue underneath it after you've put it on and layered it and set it, what you need is a color corrector underneath because this is going to counteract the purple hues that you have underneath your eyes and it's not going to let them come through the makeup that you put on top. I love this one because it is very thin, very hydrating. I find that it doesn't really crease on me and it pairs beautifully with any concealer that I put on top. Plus, I feel like one issue I always had with color correctors was that they would kind of mix with the concealer that you put on top and you ended up having like orangey under eyes, which is not a good look, okay? So when you put this on, it is not going to mix with your concealer that you're going to put on top. It's going to stay behind, not come through. Just do its job. It is perfection and it's going to last you for a very long time because again, this is something that I use basically on a daily basis and I've had it, I'm pretty sure now, for over a year as well. And as you can see, I've hit pan on it really bad, but I still have a lot of product around to go through. So yeah, if you're struggling with your under eyes, definitely get yourself a color corrector. The Charlotte Tilbury color corrector is incredible and I 100 out of 10 recommend it. Now my favorite concealer. This concealer has stood the test of time. I have now been wearing it for probably the last 4 years. Basically since it came out, I always go back to it. No matter what other concealer I might have an affair with, I always go back to this one. This is my main one, my tried and true, the one that it's there for me, that never fails me. And it is the YSL Full Cover Concealer. I will say this concealer is a medium coverage, not a full coverage, even though it's called full coverage. It's more of a high medium, let's call it. So I do prefer to use it with the color corrector underneath because otherwise I think that my dark circles can show through it a little bit. However, this is the best concealer ever. If you have like crepey skin underneath your eye, lines that crease like crazy and it bothers you, and you put concealers on and they just make you look older because they enhance the lines, or if you just have really dry under eyes like I do, this right here is the concealer that you need. Now if you have oily skin, normal skin, combination skin, this is also going to work for you, but in particular, if you have aging under eyes or very dry skin and you struggle to find concealers that work, I promise you, you will not regret getting this YSL Full Cover Concealer. Again, it is the one that I go back over and over and over again. I cannot count how many of these I've gone through, probably close to 10 now, at least 6 or 7 for sure. It is my absolute favorite. I love the applicator because it makes it extremely easy to apply underneath my eyes, and even though it looks like I'm putting on a lot, it is a very thin layer of it, so it's not going to bunch up underneath your eyes or anything. You can set this concealer very easily with any thin translucent powder, and look, I've been wearing it for like 2 hours now and I can look up and as you can see, my under eyes look pretty flawless, if I may say so myself. Again, this one does not fail me. You're just going to come back to my video and thank me later. Go right now and put this one on your Sephora cart because you are not going to regret it. I used the shade number 2 today. Number 1, if I am a little bit paler, could also work for me really nicely. And I absolutely love this. I can't tell you enough good things about it. It is that good. Okay, this next one I had to put in this video because I cannot stop using it. It is my favorite and it's going to work for all skin types. Now, unfortunately, I don't think that these colors are dark enough for like dark and deep complexions to truly enjoy. But if you're tan to fair, you are absolutely going to love this one. And I really wish that Charlotte would make an even darker one so that everybody could enjoy it because this is fantastic. Anyways, I'm talking about the Nude Gasm palette from Charlotte Tilbury. This one has 2 highlighters and 2 bronzers. This orangey shade right here I barely use. As you can see, it's the one that like looks kind of brand new. I could use it as blush and I have, but it is a little bit too glowy for me. However, even if we disregard that one and just pay for the other 3, this is 1000% worth every single penny. I don't think I've ever had bronzers that I like more than the bronzers that come in here, and I'm a bronzer person. I love bronzer, so take that into account. These right here are my absolute favorite. The one that I use the most is the lighter one, and I love to like build it all around my complexion, but then I always do go back with just a teeny tiny bit of the darker bronzer just to like intensify certain areas on my face. And I feel like layering the 2 together looks absolutely beautiful. Besides that, I also, even though I didn't apply it today, I also really love the highlighter that this one comes with. It's not chunky, it's very thin, and it gives you this really nice and elegant highlighted look. I know that mine looks absolutely disgusting, but I promise you it's because I am always using this one. Just like I said with the concealer, even though we haven't been in a relationship for that long, I have affairs with other bronzers every once in a while, but ever since I met him, I always go back to this one, and I highly recommend it if you haven't gotten your hands on it yet. It's just such a thin, like finely milled powder. It like is undetectable texture wise on your skin, but it gives you this really beautiful contoured bronzy look. Just incredible. Now this next one I feel like could be a little bit controversial because it's become a staple for me. And when I first saw this one, I was like, that is the most boring thing I've ever seen. And it literally was the product that inspired today's video. That is how strongly I feel about it, because it's just a must-have product. That just is what it is. I'm talking about the Natasha Denona Glam Face and Eyes palette. When this one first came out, I saw it and I was like, I feel like we already have all of that. Why did she put it together in a palette? And first of all, no, we did not have all of this. That was a wrong assumption of mine. And then the fact that they're all together in this palette is the most genius thing about it, okay? Every time I leave my house for anything, I am taking this with me because I literally have everything I need in one palette. This is the eyeshadow I'm wearing today, it is the blush I'm wearing today, it is the highlighter that I'm wearing today. And not only is it good, it is spectacularly good. I like the shimmers in this palette more than the shimmers in like half of the Natasha Denona palettes in my collection. The blush in this palette can easily compete with any of my all-time favorite single blushes, and so can the highlighters. So it's not just convenient because it's all together, but individually each item that is in this palette is incredible and can stand on its own. I feel like I've made my case here. Every time I wear these eyeshadows, I get a ton of questions asking me what is on my eyes, because I know they literally are that beautiful. Also, I feel really good about recommending this one because she has a darker version of it as well that works for like tan to deep complexions. That is absolutely beautiful. I was actually thinking of getting the darker one as well, but I'm not sure if I need it because this one is just so perfect for me. Like I said, I love the blush in the palette and individually. The highlighter, same thing. And the 5 eyeshadow shades that come in this palette are absolutely genius. You can do everyday or you can do glamorous. You can darken it up a lot more than I did today to create a more smoky look. I just don't know what else I can say to convince you that you need this one. But even if you don't think that you need this one, because I promise you, I did not think I needed this one, okay? Even if you don't think that you need it, you need it. Okay, we have 2 more products to go. I had to recommend my favorite lip liners ever, which are the Natasha Denona lip liners. I have some I Need a Nude lip liner and some I Need a Rose lip liner. The formulas of the Natasha Denona lip liners are unlike any other. They're super soft, extremely glidey, easy to apply, but at the same time, they last for so long on the lips. The shades are beautiful. I love Ilona is the one that I'm wearing today. Now, I will say Ilona wears off a little bit weird. It leaves like a little purpley hue behind, but this is after you've been wearing it for like more than 5 hours. So I always have to like keep an eye on it in case I want to like take it off and reapply, because it does leave a little bit of a weird undertone, but the rest of them don't. So Ilona is my favorite regardless of the little bit of the issue that it gives me. From the I Need a Rose collection, I love Daphne and I love Kala. And then besides Ilona, from the I Need a Nude collection, I love Natasha and Julia. You can definitely tell that Ilona is my favorite because it is a lot smaller than the rest of them, because I sharpen it all the time because I always want to wear that one. And I mean, just look at it, it looks beautiful. Absolutely love it. One of my all-time favorite lip liners. But the Natasha Denona lip liner formula in general is definitely a must-have that Sephora carries, and I highly recommend it. And we've gotten to the last product of my must-haves, and that is from Charlotte Tilbury again, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This setting spray has the best like mister. It smells really good. It locks your makeup in place like you won't believe it. Your makeup will last so much longer once you put this one on. If you have any powdery finish to your face, it'll eliminate it, but at the same time, I don't feel like it changes the finish of your makeup. Like if you're glowy, you'll continue to be glowy. If you have a matte finish, you'll continue to have that matte finish. And my favorite thing about it is that it being a very high performing setting spray does not have alcohol in the formula, so it doesn't dry out your skin. Most other high performing setting sprays have alcohol in the formula and this one doesn't, so it doesn't dry you out, and I love that about it. I feel like it puts it above all others, plus the nice packaging, the fact that it works great and that it smells delicious. These are my top 10 Sephora must-have makeup items, plus the bonus skincare item right here. If you have any of these and you love it as much as I do, please let me know down in the comment section. And if you're missing any of these, definitely add it to your cart right now, because I promise you, you are 10 out of 10 going to love it. Stay tuned for tomorrow's Sephora recommendation video, where I'm going to be a little bit more broad with my suggestions, because there's a lot more that I love from Sephora, but these right here I just wanted to like really highlight because I feel like everybody needs them, okay? If you liked today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye.